So, look what has come through our Simpich Showcase Consignment. An absolutely beautiful figure of Santa Takes a Break. And he's pristine, I would say. I've been inspecting him and am very impressed. You know, the dolls go through a lot in people's homes and in their collections, and it's wonderful when they're really taken care of because they're very valuable art pieces. But they need to be used. I mean, they need to be part of the home also. This is a Santa that was probably brought out at Christmas time. He's just beautiful. He is, let me see. My parents did their first Santa in their home in Manitou Springs when they were first starting out. And they did maybe 1 or 2 copies, and my dad took some slides of them out in the snow, set up a little scene with kind of an elf-looking Santa, and let's not make a Santa doll. Let's not put it into production. But there was demand, and some years later, when they opened their workshop here in Old Colorado City, they got a Santa with a toy bag going, and very popular. And I think they finally sat down, my parents did, and decided, let's do a series of Santas. This was the next one after the Santa with toy bag, and he was designed in 1985. And just a beautiful piece. He's one of my very favorites. Santa Takes a Break. And I think it's hard, you can kind of write your own story for this guy. You know, what's the break? Is he tired? Interestingly, my dad did a beautiful head here, a beautiful portrait. And my dad kind of looked like this the last 6 or 7 years of his life. He had a twinkle in his eye, but there was a weariness also. And my dad had gotten to the point where I need to sit down. Well, this guy is the same way. He's worked hard. He's invested a lot, and he just needs to sit down. He's all dressed up. Probably Mrs. Claus is making him wear this very elaborate Bavarian costume with a collar with ruffles. It's kind of like, well, okay, I'll wear that for you, honey, but I would like to just sit down for a while with my pipe. Dad carved a beautiful pipe with a face in it. He's resting, taking a break. And in 1986, they introduced this wonderful jingle elf, he was designed to go with Santa Takes a Break. And he is either discussing the very last present to be loaded onto the sled, or maybe there's a problem with maybe he's rattling it and it sounds like it's broken inside. Who knows? But you have to write your own story with these guys. And that's a wonderful thing. He has wonderful shoes my dad designed with bells. So thus we have Jingle, and a great piece to go with him. He's one of my very favorites. Just the costume. They worked out a wood specialist to produce these wonderful benches for Santa to sit on. He's got his slippers, his baggy socks that my dad sculpted. So here he is. So this gentleman is going to be available through our consignment service very, very soon. Our next release or our next website update in April. This gentleman's going to be released. It's available. A rare piece, especially one so beautifully taken care of through the years. On the bottom, he is listed as 1987, so he was produced 2 years into production. He is 255 out of 1,000. I'm not sure they made it to 1,000. Those numbers are tricky to figure out in the records. Another very special thing about this piece is both my parents signed it. My dad sculpted the pieces, and my mother worked out the costume for this gentleman. So special all the way around. Also, we really appreciate it when you subscribe to our YouTube channel and include comments. Let us know things you'd like to see. Maybe you have a piece of Simpich history you'd like to share. Let us know. We're constantly developing this story. It's an unfolding story, even though my parents are both gone now. We're so glad they left this legacy. So thank you for tuning in.